Hi Leo, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm doing your love reading for the next 2 weeks, so let's get straight into it. First one we have is orphaned. So it says here, as you shift and evolve and commit to your own growth, you long for support but may be disappointed and hurt by others who are not providing what you feel you deserve. Perhaps you are drifting away from this relationship because you're in a different stage of personal growth. Perhaps you are in a new relationship and discovering that you don't share the same values and beliefs, so you feel left out, unable to get to that intimate place of safety and belonging. Take heart, as Spirit knows you and loves you and will steer you in the right direction of those who accept you as you are without artifice or agenda. Don't compromise yourself to belong. It won't be worth the price. Okay, so basically, don't let anyone else take you for granted. Only do what you feel is right in your heart, and don't kind of sacrifice who you are for someone else, no matter what situation you're in. We have Yang as their feelings, so circumstances are supporting action on your part. It's okay to make the first move. Trust that you will quickly know where you stand. In matters of the heart, there is movement towards your highest good, so go forth with assurance. Passion is in the air, and now is the time to dance to the tune of love. Take the lead. So your person wants to take action towards you in some way, but yet you're feeling like what you're getting from them is not what you deserve. Maybe you feel like they haven't put in enough action at this point. We'll see what the other cards have to say. So we have waxing crescent moon, and it says have faith in your dreams. Don't give up. The situation you're asking about is still taking shape. You're nowhere near the end of the story. Whatever is happening now is just a step along the way. As they say in the self-help classics, everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. However, the waxing crescent moon card is a reminder that you must still keep working towards whatever it is that you want. If you can't take practical steps, spend time meditating on the question you're asking about, and allow your higher self to download information to you about your best next step. Overall, this card suggests that there is every reason to be hopeful for a very positive outcome to the situation you're asking about, so keep the faith. I'm focused on what I want. Just because you can't see your dreams, it doesn't mean they're not manifesting. Don't look back, stay focused on moving forwards. Be patient as events unfold, and dig a little deeper to find more courage. Okay, so I feel like, this is not the end of the situation, even if you are feeling like you're not getting what you deserve. Because we do have the dolphin spirit, this and that are true. So it says here, dolphin spirit, like her earthly manifestation, is a reminder of duality. As the dolphin is both mammal and sea creature, so too is the dolphin spirit both this and that. Two truths coexist, the story you tell and another as well. The duality of life is present when we are suffering, for there is a blessing too in the helpers that appear. Within clouds are silver linings, and when we later reflect on what happened, we can see that the situation was both this and that a choice led to both joy and sorrow. No relationship is either all good or all bad, and people have qualities of both light and shadow. Focus on the positive, for light exists alongside the darkness. Dolphin Spirit calls for you to come up from below and enjoy a weightless moment in the sun as you dive in and out of this and then that, accepting and even enjoying the duality of life. Why not join Dolphin Spirit in acknowledging and affirming the blessings present in this moment? In all areas of your life, there are aspects of both this and that. Today, you can celebrate the fact that and recognize the complexity and the beauty of the fabric of the universe. You're at a place right now where your past self is still present as you move towards the new self you are becoming. Aspects of both selves are present, so if you want to say goodbye to what was, you are required to find solace in this between time. Today is not the day to choose one over another either, but rather to accept things as they are without judgment or resistance. Even in matters of the heart, duality is present. Your next action will be obvious when you drop your bias and see things as a whole. So maybe your truth and their truth is two different things, but the truth is somewhere in between that, or it could be that it's true that you're not getting what you deserve, but it's also true that they are putting in effort, it's something along those lines. Okay, and it's true that you should never settle, but it's also true that you shouldn't give up on your dreams right now because you could have what you want. Okay, so let's see for Leo. I want to see What is the situation? What are each of their feelings towards each other? What's the obstacles and blockages? Their next actions towards Leo. I want to see what is the outcome between these two over the next 2 weeks, as well as the overall energy. So we have the Nine of Wands as your feelings, the Ace of Swords as theirs. We have the Seven of Pentacles as the situation, the Hierophant is the obstacles and blockages, Page of Pentacles is their next actions towards you, the Knight of Swords as the outcome. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Swords. So you could be feeling like there's some sort of gameplay going on in this connection at the moment. You could be feeling like there's a bit of conflict, or it's like, you know, you feel like you're constantly losing the battle between the two of you at the moment, in this game of love or whatever it is. You could be feeling very defeated now as well, or maybe you feel like this person is constantly like trying to be right in some way, and you're kind of like, I just can't, like I can't do this anymore type of thing, because I know that I'm right in the situation, or maybe it messes with your values in some way. So with your feelings being the Nine of Wands, I do see you feeling very hurt from something that's happened between the two of you, or it's hurt from the past. Either way, you're feeling very guarded, so you're protecting yourself at this time. Maybe even feeling a bit defensive as well, and maybe that's why you're in this orphan phase. I do see you wanting to kind of persevere though, even though you are feeling this way, you do want to persevere and see what will come of this situation. We have the Ace of Swords here as their feelings, so they want to communicate with you, they want to kind of gain a new perspective and kind of take this relationship to a new start. They do feel like, you know, you guys have some sort of intellectual connection, and they want a breakthrough in this relationship. The Seven of Pentacles here is the situation. So you could be feeling like, you know, you're putting effort into the situation, but you haven't seen any rewards yet. And maybe that's why you're kind of like, well, I'm not going to continue to put in effort if I'm not seeing that from their end in some way. The Hierophant as an obstacle or blockage means that either something's happening between the two of you where it's like a very non-conform, sorry, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but like it's not traditional. Whatever's happening between the two of you, it's not something that's normal that you guys would kind of usually go through, or it could be that, you know, there's a lack of commitment in this commitment at the time in this relationship. So we do have the Page of Pentacles as their next action. So they do want to kind of put in the groundwork towards maybe building the foundations with you, maybe building them back up, putting in effort, but it's only little bits of effort at a time, right? Maybe they're starting on a friendship level. And then we have the Knight of Swords as the outcome. So there could be some sort of impatience in the next 2 weeks, or maybe some harsh words exchanged. I do also see that someone could be rushing in here, and someone could feel like they need to rush out as well. Like I feel like it's your side that you might need to rush out of the situation, and they're like, I'm rushing in. So let's get some clarifiers for Leo. Okay, so what is the Nine of Wands? The Chariot in the reverse. You feel like this relationship is at a standstill, and no matter what, you can't move forward from it. And you do want connection and balance between the two of you. You want an equal give and take. But like I said, maybe you feel like you're not getting what you deserve from this person. Like you feel like you've maybe put in all the effort. And maybe it's been one-sided, and that's not what you want. You want a balanced connection. But you feel like for some reason you guys can't get to that place. Okay, so let's see, what is the Ace... Okay, that was very quick. The Ace of Swords is the Two of Wands in the reverse. So they also feel like this relationship is stuck in some way, but they also feel like there needs to be a decision made, and none of you guys are willing to make this decision. And that's maybe why they feel they need to communicate this with you, or have some sort of breakthrough in the relationship. They could be feeling a bit unstable as well, but we do have the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So they do want commitment with you. They do want the whole marriage, long-term relationship, that type of thing, and they want to break through in this connection, but it's like they're not willing to make the move. Either they're not willing, or they're scared, or something along those lines. So what's the Seven of Pentacles? We have the Nine of Swords. So you could be overthinking the situation mostly at night. You could not even be sleeping because of the situation, and you're feeling very confused at this time. You might also have a lot of options around you, and you're like, okay, well, this is the option that I would like, but also at the same time, like, this is someone that either has hurt me or someone that, like, I'm feeling isn't putting in the effort like I am. So I don't know if I should maybe look at other options, or, you know, not keep this person as my priority in some way. But it is stressing you out and making you feel very anxious and sometimes even depressed. So what's the Hierophant? We have the Death card. So there's a resistance to change here between the two of you, to change either the way the commitment, you know, that there needs to bring commitment into this, or change into having a very traditional relationship type of thing. There's a resistance to that at the moment that needs to happen. That change has to happen. And maybe there was a breakup in the past between the two of you. Otherwise, you know, a period of a lack of love, or, you know, a lack of even self-love. It could be, sorry, I'm just yawning, Leo. So it could be that there's, you know, a need for a new beginning here, but for some reason the change of the new beginning it's like the fear of commitment or the fear of change is not bringing you guys to this new beginning. So what's the Page of Pentacles? We have the Moon, Pisces energy. So the Page of Pentacles is, you know, like I said, putting in the groundwork, but then they also aren't revealing everything to you right now. They're not revealing their feelings. They're feeling very emotional, and they're having a lot of fears as well. So that's why they're only putting in a little bit of effort at the time and kind of seeing how does it work as a friendship before taking any steps forward. They also see the Seven of Pentacles, right? They also don't want to put in too much effort into the situation in case it doesn't work out. So I feel like you both have that same fear. So what's the Knight of Swords? The difference is, I think that you have a fear about that, but you're already doing it anyway, whereas they have a fear about that and they're kind of like, I don't know, just pulling back in some way. So what's the Knight of Swords? Queen of Cups. So you guys do have a lot of emotions towards each other. There could even be love in this situation. But it's kind of like holding that back at this time. It might be blurted out unexpectedly with the Knight of Swords because of some sort of impatience, because you're not hearing how they feel, and vice versa. So you could kind of blurt out like, I just want to know where I stand, basically. And then we do have the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Could be that this person is kind of juggling too much, or you are, like there's too much going on in your external worlds. It doesn't have to be another person. It very well could be responsibilities or work or something along those lines. But just feeling like you've got too much on your plate right now to kind of focus on this connection, but then also wanting to know, well, impatient to know, well, what do you feel? What is happening here, you know? So let's see, let's get some oracle cards for you, Leo. Okay. So I want to see, how does Leo feel about their person? Okay, so we have pain, apprehensive, afraid, and cautious. Yeah, definitely that Nine of Wands and that Orphan card. The Chariot could be, you know, you're putting the brakes on this because you are cautious about this. Past life, deja vu, repeated patterns, and karmic lessons. So it could be that this is someone that either you've done, because the Nine of Wands can also be about patterns. So maybe you've either been through this before with this person, or you've been through the same situation before with a different person. So let's see, how do they feel? We have curse, hex, witchcraft, and negative mind. They feel like you've put a curse on them in some way. Like maybe you like tarot cards, or maybe you like witchcraft, or, you know, astrology, or, you know, like all of those things, and you're quite spiritual, manifesting, and they're like, that person, you know, Leo has just manifested me back into their life, and that's why I'm here. And then we do have bitterness, resentment, anger, and hurtful words. Like I did say with that Knight of Swords, it could be the case that you guys are, letting out some sort of anger towards each other at this time. So what is the outcome between the two of them? Okay. So we have, okay, we've got two here. So we have apology, forgiveness, return, and sorry. That's the outcome. And then we also have fantasy, daydreaming, imagining, and fantasizing. So maybe you guys, will apologize to each other, but you guys are also kind of daydreaming. Maybe I feel like on this person's side, they're daydreaming and not taking enough action, and that's what's needed on their part. It didn't say that in the card. And then we have conflicted decisions, hot and cold, and multiple choices. Like I said, maybe you're not closing yourself off to this person specifically alone because you feel like you shouldn't only be focusing on them because of what patterns have happened here beforehand. Okay, so let's see. For Leo, what does Leo need to know over the next 2 weeks in their love life? Okay, so we have deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. I do feel like it could be both of you. Maybe you're both not speaking what's on your mind right now. But also on their side, they're hiding something. They're holding something back. We do have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And then what else do we have? We have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So it could be about that. Otherwise, it's just that your values are very different from each other. And then we do have at the bottom of the deck, honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So you might be going on holiday together or just taking some time off and, spending it with them or something along those lines. But it also is just about having a bit of fun. So these are usually for people in separation. What would Leo's person say if they weren't holding anything back? Okay. I feel like that's, how many is that? 4, that's fine. So I hide behind material things. The timing just wasn't right for us. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson, and it was my fault, but I blamed you. So for some reason, I'm feeling like these are on your side. Like I hide behind material things. Maybe right now you're kind of like, you know what, I'm more focused on work. I'm more focused on other things in my life besides just you right now. I am grateful for going through this, even though it hurt like hell, because there was some sort of spirituality that I either awoke to or that, I learned some very important lessons. And then on their side, I feel like they say that the timing just wasn't right for us then. Maybe they feel like the timing is now because they're wanting a breakthrough, and it was my fault, but I blamed you. Maybe they haven't admitted that. Maybe that's what you need to hear. So that is what I have for you, Leo. I hope it resonated. If it did, please do give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And I'll see you guys again either next week for your love reading. Or sorry, your general messages next week, or the following week again for your love reading. Take care.